Do I have the time to return and see those dear to me?
Constantine, how are you feeling?
Death is on my doorstep, and all hope has flown through the window. Come closer. What ill tidings do you bring?
Yes. I thought you might want to know more concerning the, events that have taken place.
The attempted coup d'etat of the traitors. Yes, I am eager to hear what has transpired within these very walls. When I think of the cold-blooded face of that treacherous Kurt. You showed exemplary true courage. Not only have you looked out for me, like always, but you have protected my advisors.
And saved our city and our Mother Cardinal. An immense service that we shall never forget. She has asked me to relay to you her most profound gratitude.
To me? How very nice of her. I imagine that you know that Hikmet had less luck. She flies the banners of the Coin Guard as we speak. Most of the scholars were massacred, but their governor has sought refuge here. This treacherous commander must be celebrating at least his partial success. But his victory will be for a short time. He must be stupid to have thought that the nations of the continents will let him trade with them and won't cut him off. I wish him luck in finding a port that will welcome him. And you were able to catch his lieutenants. The squires will pay for the crimes of their masters, as happens too often.
It is hard to swallow that Kurt betrayed us. We've known him for such a long time. To think that he'd trained both of us, drumming into us, fight with honor. How tragically ironic.
You were able to turn that to our advantage. That little phrase is what saved our lives. As to why he betrayed us, he has taken that with him to the tomb. Fortunately, the entire guard did not follow his example. Many have remained loyal.
What do you plan on doing to them? How can we give them our complete trust?
We cannot. But we cannot do without soldiers either. We shall have them pledge allegiance to the Congregation of Merchants, and I shall name a trustworthy intendant to keep them in line. Nothing more can be done. Before you leave, I must ask you something.
All right. I'm listening.
I'm always suffering, cousin. I'm in such terrible pain and we're yet to discover a cure.
I'm sorry. I fully intend to continue my research. We have a number of leads, but with all that's been happening...
Don't blame yourself. I know how much you do for me. Yet, I'm afraid that before the sickness claims me, the pain will have driven me mad. If only there was a way to ease my suffering.
I know of a healer, with powers that are legendary amongst the clans. It is rumored he can alleviate even the most terrible pains. His village is west of the city. I could take you there.
One of our holy men lives in San Mateus. His healing powers are supposedly miraculous. Alas, it is a miracle we are in need of, my son.
I'm nothing more than a sailor. I don't have much to offer when it comes to healing. As it would seem Teleme are prey for the Malachor, just like the Bridge Alliance. Perhaps it would be best to ask for aid from those not suffering from the plague.
Thank you, as always, for your advice. Cousin, you are the only one I trust, so please, don't let me lose my mind.
I'll follow the leads and find a way. I won't let you down. Hold on. I'll be back as soon as I can.
I need to speak with you, my child.
Yes, Petrus. What is it?
I've come up with a plan to put what we've learned about the Mother Cardinal to use.
Can we talk more about this later? I don't have time for it right now.
Of course, my child. Why did you come to see me?
What was your role at my uncle's court? Were you already an ambassador?
No. But I was part of the embassy. I had only just started my career as a diplomat back then. Taleme was hoping to convert the congregation, and they had sent me to spread the word. I tried to teach you some of the basics because you had a predisposition for magic, but you were so young. You preferred to run around the halls with a wooden sword in hand, chasing your cousin.
I'll see you later, Father.
Take care.
Is vast. We should get to a vantage point if we want to find this expedition.
Bit of poison on my blade. Let's go! Bit of poison on my blade.
Then let's go!
Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go! Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go! Let's see if you can ward off this feint!
Over there. Tents. This must be the expedition's camp.
It's not looking very good condition. Let's have a closer look.
Signs of combat. They were attacked. By the look of the tents in the campfire, it dates back several days. It seems they were taken prisoner. I don't see any bodies. No weapon leaves this sort of marking. Perhaps they were wielding magic.
Yes. It is the art of the Donegada. One of the Valley clans was here.
Would you know which one?
One who fights against the invasion of the peoples from your island. I can be sure of nothing more.
Why would they attack scholars? They're not warriors.
They come here as conquerors. This is enough. But they were not killed. Warriors would have been.
This looks like scientific equipment. This must be the Lost Expedition's campsite. This looks like the journal of a naturalist. There are sketches of flora and fauna. There is no doubt. We are definitely on the trail of the Lost Expedition. It seems that one of the team kept a distance from the others. Let's see what we can discover. A trail of blood. That cannot be good. Follow it.
Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go!
More blood. We're on the right path. Keep going. A corpse. The clothes cannot be mistaken. It is a scholar of the Bridge Alliance. From the looks of him, I would say he's been dead for days, as we already thought. This isn't the woman whose journal we found. There is still a chance that she remains alive.
This man traded his life for all the suffering of my people.
It was only a scholar. A sage, not a warrior on the battlefield.
Do you think my people see a difference when bridgemen steal our people from their beds? From who do you think all the clans hide dead children?
I have heard stories from the natives describing Bridger atrocities. If they are true, this violent attack, though tragic, would be justified.
I'll search the body. We might find something to help us understand. Here is the isolated camp mentioned in the journal. Everything is in order, but the inhabitants are no longer there. Its position would have allowed them to escape the attack.
It's like being in a crow's nest. The view we have over the valley is an ideal observation point.
It is a journal. That of a woman from the expedition, a certain Afra. She speaks of their research and relates here that she felt watched. She feared an attack was brewing. I believe she was right. The writing stops mid-sentence.
Let's hope she's still alive, as well as her colleagues, or our mission will be a short one.
We must follow the tracks of the attack. They will certainly lead us to our party of intrepid scientists.
This woman was right to fear the Donea Exregao. They must have followed this path coming from the swamp. This is where we should go if we want to find these lion scholars.
Look, those are islanders. They might be from the clan that attacked. Like the Bridger camp.
That's possible. They look like trackers. But what are they? Renaise!
We won't let you take us. We will not kneel down without a fight.
Wait! To fight you, They are not warriors to liberate. Tribe from a
Look. Warriors back to us.
Others are being kept.
Behind. From the main entrance.
Pass around. Lions are kept in a home in...
Open the door, but I know not where.
Here to kill you.
Tell me then, what is your intended purpose?
We were sent to look for you.
Apologies, but allow me to express my doubts.
Well, after this little swim, you could always try to pull the trigger.
Who sent you to find me?
We were not looking for you in particular, but the entire expedition. It was Governor Burham who asked us to find you. He's worried about you. You haven't been reported.
You should have said that straight away. I must admit, I was hoping for a rescue. Of a different nature. Do you have a name?
Desade. I'm from the congregation.
The new governor's cousin. Who wears an islander face. I've heard stories about you. And them?
Captain Vasco. Though I realize I am quite far from the sea.
I am Siora, daughter of Bladnid. From the people that your own capture and torture.
I've never taken anyone. On the contrary, we had hoped to exchange our knowledge with your own. This is a rather odd group. I am Afra, a scholar from the Bridge Alliance. It is rather rare to find me rolling in the marshes. I study the fauna and flora of this isle. I should imagine you have many questions.
We saw the site where you were attacked. What exactly happened?
We were taken by surprise. One moment everything was calm, and the next a war party of natives fell upon us. I had an uneasy feeling and kept myself apart, but when I heard my fellow scholars' shouts, I rushed over. Most of my companions are incapable of defending themselves, and we didn't have guards to protect us. One of them tried to flee, but they brought him down. We decided to give ourselves up to avoid a massacre.
What has happened since the attack? How long have you been in these marshes?
We were taken prisoner and were brought to a village nearby. I was able to escape while the others were taken to a house that they use as a prison. I wanted to join the Bridge Alliance frontier post not far from here, but I wasn't able. So I doubled back to keep watch of the village from a distance. I have been hoping to find a way to free my companions, without any success so far.
Have you made progress in your search for a cure?
We were studying some quite remarkable plants when we were attacked. The region is rife in unknown and novel species. Some seem incredibly promising. The local shamans know all these plants and they use them in their remedies. If only we had been able to converse with them rather than getting ourselves captured.
Could you lead us to the village where your colleagues are being held prisoner?
Certainly. We are, oh, so very close. And I fully intend to participate in this rescue. I'm not one to sit around and twiddle thumbs.
This is where the natives took your colleagues?
Yes, it is here. These ruins are being used as a camp by the native raiders.
There are so many of them. Better to remain discreet.
I have spied on the camp and discovered where my colleagues are being held. They are being kept in the old walls of the main ruin.
Karans, do you need something?
I must leave you. See you later.
I would rather avoid unwarranted deaths. We should wait until nightfall and look around the camp to find a more discreet way to get inside.
Indeed, it would be wiser than trying to get in through the gate. Bit of poison on my blade, and let's go! Watch Bit of poison on my blade, and let's go! Bit of poison on my blade, and let's go! poison on my blade. Then let's go!
I fled as they were about to lock my companions inside a cell. We're going to need a key.
Please, on Manawi, let's try to avoid a fight. Is that you?
Come quickly. We don't have much time. Thank you for your help.
Do not thank me yet. We are still in a shipload of danger.
Now, we must find a way to get out of this valley without putting my companions in danger.
Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go!
Trakarid, mercy, you have defeated us. Spare us our lives.
If you spare them, they will only hunt us down until we are all dead.
No, you have our word. We have been bested. We will let you move on in peace.
How can we trust you? You attacked our camp when we were not even armed.
They are savages. They had us caged like beasts.
We only sought to learn where you have caged our people.
Spare their lives. I beg you. They were only fighting to save the lives of those that have disappeared.
Very well. Leave. And I hope you keep your word.
Thank you, Onol Manawi. I have spoken, and I will honor my words, Kwa awalam seg.
We are no longer in danger. Thank you for your help, Desade.
I must admit, the reasons for my being here are not entirely selfless. Your research to find a remedy against the Malachor could save many lives in our cities as well.
You speak like a true man of science. Cut to the point. Then you'll be thrilled. Your heroic efforts to save us from those savages could help. We've made a discovery.
Is that right? In that case, we need to speak with Governor Burham immediately.
Then we should be going to New Serene.
But... what are you talking about? Why would we rush off to a congregation city?
It is my regret to inform you that Hikmet has fallen into the hands of the Coin Guard. Governor Burhan has been given safe haven by my cousin.
Tragic news. All the knowledge that we have accumulated. Very well, then. We shall follow you.
Sir Desade, you have recovered the members of our expedition. I truly thank you. I was afraid that our exile here had signed their death warrant.
Please, sir. It was you who convinced me and my cousin of the capital importance of their research.
Research that has borne fruit, Your Excellency.
Truly? This is excellent news. You have found a plant with sufficient properties?
Not exactly. Know that during our captivity, an island woman visited the camp. The natives called her Tiena Hac Cadactus and treated her with utmost reverence. I heard them talk about a remedy, a universal remedy it seemed, that she had concocted. How's that? Huh. Well, I grasp the basic of the local tongue, and I am certain to have heard the word yag. Remedy. Surprising. But the Ternahach is very powerful and very wise. It is possible that she did craft such a remedy.